Hello everyone, I'm Ariel Sahar and this is Naturally Mermaid. I made a video a little while ago about joining the low impact movement, and I've been in it for about 2 to 3 months. I say in it, like really actually researching and actively doing things to reduce my waste and lower my impact on the planet. And so since I've started doing that, I wanted to let you guys know like the first few changes that I've made while I've been on this journey. I grew up in a single parent household, so there were a lot of things that I grew up doing or like not doing that were like eco-friendly, but as I started making my own money and living on my own, I realized that I became a lot more wasteful. So some of these things like I grew up doing, like I said, but just kind of stopped. So I've started going back to them. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into the list. One of the first things that I started doing was to cut back on like single use like cleaning supplies and like household goods in the kitchen, such as paper towels, paper plates, plastic bags, foil. I'm still trying to reduce that. Like I still have like foil and like plastic wrap that I'm trying to get through, but I'm not buying any more. I'm using it less. So for the paper towels, I have not bought any. I used to buy like a 6-pack, 6 or 8 roll every month and would go through it pretty much within a month. So for the past 2 months, I haven't bought any paper towels. I'm almost done with my last roll, and to be honest, I'm a little nervous because sometimes I still like reach for the paper towels and use them, such as like for big spills or something that I just don't want to wipe up with a rag or something, because then it's just going to be in the laundry, because I don't have a washer and dryer. So it's like either I have to wash clothes more frequently or let it sit in the laundry and smell. So I'm kind of at an impasse with that, but definitely overall I have reduced my paper towels. I do use the rags a lot more, and I stopped buying sponges. So now I'm using, like a dishcloth, which is something that we did as a kid, and like thinking about using a sponge is kind of gross now. And paper plates, I used to buy like a big thing of paper plates every month and go through them pretty much, but I haven't bought any new paper plates. I still have a few I'm working through, because you're not supposed to throw out stuff. It's like when you switch to zero waste or low impact, you like look around at everything and it's like, oh my gosh, that's wasteful and that's wasteful. And your first instinct is to throw everything out, but that's not what you're supposed to do. You need to use it all up. It just feels like kind of funny to still use my paper plates, but that's what you're supposed to do. So anyway, I've been using it more sparingly, and that's the first thing that I did. And it's probably one of the more easy changes to make. Nextly, I have started thrifting more, and again, growing up in a household that doesn't have a lot of money, we grew up going to thrift stores and yard sales. Very, very rarely did we buy anything new, including furniture, cars. It's been fun going back to my roots, and I actually find thrifting to be more fun than actually going to the mall. Malls have always been overwhelming for me. There's just so many choices. Going to the thrift store is really rewarding. Like finding a gem is cool. I've also started using my reusable bags. I've had a few for a couple of years and just never brought them to the grocery store with me. I would always forget, and it just really wasn't a priority. So now, like again, for the past like 2 months, I've been taking my reusable grocery bags with me, and I got some produce bags, and it just feels so good to not bring home bags and bags of plastic. It feels really good. And a lot of people in my town don't do that, so it's like, hopefully I'm, you know, helping people to see like, oh yeah, I can bring my reusable bag with me too. And actually someone at the grocery store, like the checkout lady, when I had my produce bags with me once, she was like, "You're not from around here, are you?" I was like, "Yeah, actually I am." But, you know, like no one does that. I live in the South. People, I don't want to say that people don't care, but when I went to visit California, you have to pay for your plastic bags. So people are a lot more likely to bring their reusable bags with them because they don't want to pay 5 cents for every bag. So it's like more normalized there as opposed to here in Georgia. Not very many people do it. So that's been rewarding for myself, and I also like to look at it as a way of inspiring other people to at least think about the waste that they're producing by bringing home plastic bags every week. Another thing that I've just recently started, I've only done it once so far, but I bought some bulk stuff from the Sprouts grocery store. Like I got some rice, I got salt, I got some granola and nuts, like, oh, and popcorn kernels. Amazing. So by shopping bulk, you can reduce the amount of plastic that you're bringing home in packaging. For instance, with the popcorn, first of all, you're bringing home the cardboard box, which can be recycled. You're also bringing home the bags, like the plastic bags that the popcorn things are in. And then you're also bringing the actual bag that you pop the popcorn with. So, you know, that's 3 things that you got to figure out what to do with. 2 of those things aren't recyclable, so they're going to landfill. But by getting my popcorn kernels in bulk, I'm reducing pretty much all of that waste. Although one thing that I guess could be a dilemma with shopping in bulk is that you don't know how the stuff is like shipped to the store in before they put it in the bulk bins. So I guess that's something to consider, but from my perspective, at least I'm reducing, you know, like my consumer waste. I can't control what they're doing. Hopefully they have their ish together, but it makes me feel better. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Sticking with the food and groceries theme, I have started, guys, this is a big one. This is one that I'm really excited about. I'm saving all of my food scraps, like vegetable peelings and like my lemon rinds and, you know, like stuff like that. So I'm saving it and taking it to this local farm that's probably like less than 10 miles away from me and giving it to them to make compost. So I'm so excited about that because did you know that by sending organic waste to the landfill, since they're not able to go through the regular decomposition process because everything's in plastic bags, oxygen can't get to it, then it's producing methane gas, which is bad for the environment. By composting your organic waste, you can help reduce that and also put your, you know, your waste to better use by helping new plants and things to grow. So I'm super excited about that. I'm really fortunate that there's a farm close to me that takes it. I just take my stuff and dump it in a little canister that they have outside and be on about my merry way. Because I live in an apartment, so I can't compost at home. And I'm not really quite there anyway. Even if I did live in a house, I'm not quite ready to build my own compost type thing. So finding somewhere that you can take it to is a great option for beginners. A lot of waste that we produce is like in the household or beauty category because so many things come in plastic, like body wash, hand soap, shampoo, air freshener. I've done a few things in that category. So for instance, I don't buy my body wash in plastic anymore. I've started buying like handmade soap from the farmer's market, which is amazing. It actually feels a lot better on my body than using the other stuff. I've also started kind of making my own hand soap, which is actually really easy, using Castile soap and water and essential oils. That's actually been a pretty good switch out. And I make my own air freshener too, with the water and essential oils. So some of these changes are like really easy, and I think a lot of people can make them, and it doesn't take a lot of time or money to make the switches. And to be honest, you probably will be saving money and making healthier choices for your body and your home. And I think that that's really important too. Like, not only is reducing your waste or reducing your impact good for the environment, a lot of times these changes are also good for your body, because so many things that we buy have awful chemicals in them that disrupt our hormones, and it's just not good. So one of the good things that I really find about reducing my impact is that it's also healthier choices. Sticking with the health theme, one change that I've made that actually hasn't been recent, it's something I've been doing for like 2-ish years, was using a menstrual cup. You guys, menstrual cups have changed my life. Since I first tried it like 2-ish years ago, I can't say I haven't gone back to using tampons, because I have used them a few times, but it's like less than 1% of the time that I'm using it. Just using the menstrual cups, it's so easy. It requires way less like planning. You have to change it less. It's obviously cheaper because you're not spending like $6 or $7 a month buying new tampons or pads. Pads have never really been my thing. Menstrual cups are the way to go for me. Highly recommend, if you guys haven't switched yet, doing that. Or there's lots of different period management low waste tools that you can use. Lastly, this is another really easy one. I switched my search browser from Google to Ecosia. This is not sponsored, but maybe one day I will be. Ecosia plants trees for every certain amount of searches that people do. And they also don't track your like cookies and stuff. So, you know, Google's like, ugh, they track everything. But Ecosia doesn't, and you're helping to save the environment by planting trees. So definitely a good choice to make, and requires so little effort to do. So I've been liking it so far. I did it on my phone and on my computer browser, and I feel good every time I go and do a search and I see how many trees I have planted, even though it doesn't really tell you that. It's like every 45 searches is about one tree. So I recently just hit the 1 tree mark, and I'm feeling pretty good about myself, you guys. So you should do it too. Switch to Ecosia. Alright, well, that is about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed learning about the changes that I've made since making the choice to reduce my impact. I still have a very long way to go, and there are still some things that I struggle with, so I'm gonna make another video about some of the challenges I've been facing, and there's one in particular that I am so embarrassed about. So check out that video if you want to know what challenges I've been facing. And make sure you guys swim on down to the comments and let me know what eco-friendly changes you've made to reduce your impact. And if you want, you can also let me know what challenges you've been facing as well. So make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so that you are notified whenever I release a new video. And make sure you like the video too, because why wouldn't you like it? Because like, I'm here and you're here, so you made it this far, of course you liked it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Ciao!